September 2011 marked the end of an era for the most hard-working tram on the line at Crich Tramway Village. Berlin 3006, the museum's access tram for disabled visitors, was withdrawn from service at the end of the month. Heavy maintenance is required, which means the tram will be out of service for many months, though it is hoped that the tram will return to service early in the 2012 season. Built in 1969 in East Germany for the Berliner Verkehrsbetriebe, or BVG, it ran not as a single unit as you see here, but with two trailers. All the doors were controlled by the driver, unlocked when they arrived at a stop, and when the time came to leave, the doors would shut at the push of a button. The long four-wheel truck and general build quality of the tram created some characteristic sound when running along the tracks, so imagine a whole fleet of these all running in different directions in a crowded city. When the Disability Discrimination Act came into force in 1995, the National Tramway Museum realised that the steps onto traditional British trams were too high for disabled visitors. The search then began for a tram to be converted into an access tram with a wheelchair lift. The Berlin tramway was approached, and 3006 was offered if the museum could pay for shipping across the English Channel. This was agreed, but then a problem arose. The BVG were not allowed to give the tram away. So, they charged the museum just one Deutschmark for the whole tram. It arrived in 1996 and was fitted with a wheelchair lift soon afterwards. In 1997, it entered service and has run almost every day that the museum has been open for the past 14 years. We are now approaching the end of the single track on the way down to the Tramway Village. This is where George Stephenson's meter gauge mineral railway terminated in Crich, and the tramway generally follows the original route laid down all those years ago. Now in the heart of the bustling tramway village, the tram moves to the bottom terminus of the line to turn around. Notice the seats on the left have been removed. This is to allow space for wheelchair users to park up against the metal stanchions for their safety and comfort during the ride. A plethora of Model T Fords were at the museum on the day of filming and really enhanced the period scene. At the end of the line is a wall, which used to be the top of a bridge which carried the road above and the railway below. The ground was raised in the 1960s for the trams to have a level terminus, but the road still runs across the bridge to this day. At the end of the day, the trams must head to the depot. Berlin 3006 usually arrives first, and is put away before the other trams have done their last trips. When this tram emerges from the workshops in 2012, it will look very different. It will have its old number back and return to its former cream livery, both of which it carried when originally built in the 1960s. Goodbye, Berlin 3006.